Yeah, bro. Like as soon as are we live?
Oh, my bad. I was muted. Yeah, I think we live. I'm pretty sure we are.
So this is the dysfunctional. So it's on brand. Um, so welcome to episode 23 of the King's Dysfunction. We had a minor technical difficulty, but we here. It don't matter. Bryce, how you doing tonight?
Oh man, I feel a lot better now that we
Yeah.
got this thing rolling. How you doing tonight?
Hey man, almost had a heart attack. As soon as I hit go live, stuff just freezes. So hey man, it's technology. Stuff's gonna mess up, but we here. This is episode 23. It's been another week in professional wrestling. Um, so what we're gonna start is last week's where we usually start is last week's AEW Dynamite. Um, kind of a big deal. MJF apparently turns face. Don't know why. I don't think it's a
We
good
think,
idea, but I'll go ahead and let you rap about it.
yeah, we think he did. I don't know if this is some kind of swerve in the end or what this is supposed to be, but they basically took their biggest and best heel, probably in the wrestling business right now. Maybe outside of Roman, I guess. But it looks like they're turning MJF into a good guy. He cut a promo, interacting with the fans, having them say his catchphrase and all this stuff. And then with the way the show ended, with him getting beat down by what we thought, was his group, the whole reason he even got this title match. That's the people that secured the opportunity for him.
Right.
So I have no clue, man. I don't know. Like I really can't make sense of any of this. So you could have
Lilo,
had basically
hey
your
Lilo, how
top
you
good
doing?
guy against your top heel for the belt, but now you just have basically two good guys. Are they going to flip Moxley? Like I have no clue what they're doing.
Yeah. So outside of MJF, who's their top heel? Jericho.
Oh, of course, that would be next. He would be next in line.
Okay, but Jericho's off doing his whole different thing. Like the Jericho stuff seems kind of disconnected for the rest of the show right now.
Well, yeah, it's Chris Jericho. I mean, he kind of you seen since he been in AEW, he just kind of doing his own thing.
Right. I don't understand why you would take your top heel and for literally no. I
Yeah,
guess because you getting like he's getting cheered, but at
but
some
he was
point,
always getting cleared.
right? But it's your point. It's your job to book around it, especially if you have a purpose. Especially if John Moxley's your supposed to be your guy, like your
Yep.
top baby face. Like you've built this thing around John Moxley. You've signed him to the extension. He is your guy. He is leading your company. You are riding with him. So
Yep.
so now he becomes the number two baby face. And you cannot have your lead top guy who you invested all this in just be your number two babyface and get booed in a championship match. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think he'll really get booed. That's the thing. I
You
feel
don't
like
think
both of them
Moxley
just gonna
get
get
booed?
cheered. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna get booed.
Yeah, that is AEW, right? Like they don't.
That's what I'm saying. The fans love everything. They love everybody into everything. So yeah, I don't really see who's going to get booed in that match. And to be honest, I don't think MJF as a face really works. I feel like at that point he's lost everything.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to somebody who were like, well, he was still doing enough in the promo
Hmm.
to make you to have a to make you still say, oh, he's still the same old MJF, but he's a fake. Like, is he gonna be like? I hate this. I hate to say this. He's gonna be like a Rock kind of baby face.
Um, but I don't know because I feel like what kind of set him apart was like he didn't go out and just talk trash about like a sports team in whatever city they in, like most heels. Like he could just go and actually insult people, and it was funny and it was smart. I don't know. Like I don't know where
MJF
he
can do
goes.
that too. He doesn't have to do that, but he uses it as a as a crutch.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like for him, his whole thing was he was a lot of talk, and he didn't have to wrestle all the time. It's like when you're a babyface, people want to see you wrestle more.
Paul Vines, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
And then just seeing, his in-ring work, he works so well as a heel, like his ability to sell. I have no clue how this is supposed to work.
Especially in that company where
Yeah.
everybody works kind of the
Yes.
fast, no selling. So to get a guy who actually works as a heel, like slows it down,
Right.
not like the Moxley, but it's kind of works a true classic pro wrestling heel. And now it's like, how's he supposed to, like you said, how's he supposed to work now? I don't know. It's like, I kind of feel like this is like WWE turning Roman babyface, but they know not to do that yet. Like, there's a time and a place somewhere down the road where you could turn Roman Reigns heel. Yep. And just like there was going to be a time and place down the road where you could have turned MJF heel.
Yeah,
and now I just think you just did it on a random episode of Dynamite with
for no reason.
Say what?
I said for no reason. That's what I was saying. Unless it's some kind of like swerve in the end where maybe he will be a heel. I have no clue. But I said a few weeks ago, if you wanted to turn him into a babyface, like they should have did that when he came back at All Out.
Yeah.
Like he literally cut a fire promo similar to the CM Punk pipe bomb. He's gone for a few months, and when he comes back,
James, what's up?
People love him. So I don't know why,
Yeah, it's like I don't know if you remember when Seth tore his ACL a couple years ago, and when he came back, he got this just loud pop, and then you think he was going to turn babyface, and they turned him heel, and then they end up turning him babyface like 6 months later, and it was just like what like this is for no reason. I feel like it's kind of one of those things. People were ready because people before he cut that promo before he left, people were already on his side about everything that was happening. So when he comes back, like you said, there's always just a time and a place to make the right move. And that was the time and the place to make the right move.
Yep. Yeah, he's not going to have he's not going to put more eyes or have more people on his side than what he had on that return.
Right.
And it's like the last now roughly 8 weeks for what? All that's meant nothing.
It's just I don't know.
Unless it's going to be some kind of convoluted turn. Okay, nothing. Rick Ross.
We're doing an Austin Brett double turn here. Has a double turn ever worked outside of that one time?
And that's what I was going to say. Unless it's some kind of double turn or some kind of swerve with MJF to come off like a good guy and get Moxley thinking he'll be a good guy, and then
why would you go through that? Okay, and I don't put this past them to do something like that. But my thing is like, why would you go to the depths of the beatdown that they went through just to do that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like, right, and that's why I'm saying it's not logical. So I have no clue, man.
And it's not a no. I don't have any clue. Like, oh, this is a good thing. It's like no clue. Like, y'all are being stupid. Like, how he's like Bray Wyatt. So I have no clue what's going on, but I'm intrigued to see what happens.
Yes.
This is like I have no clue, and this is stupid.
Yeah.
So
100% agree with you.
But you wouldn't know this, but there was a world title match too. So the world title match was just a setup.
Yeah, for what happened afterwards.
Yeah, so they're a way to treat the world title with some dignity. It's just to have a throwaway 15-minute match.
Yeah, for all that, I mean, really, Moxley could have just had a match. You don't even he could have had one of those world title eliminator matches that they like.
Oh, they love those.
Instead of him just defending the belt randomly for no reason. How about Moxley just have just a match? Or just do this in like a backstage segment, you know? You can have MJF cut that same promo, talk about he want Moxley at 100%, not to attack him, nothing. And then boom, you can just see Moxley laid out, cut to the firm, know that they behind it, and then they can lay out MJF. You get the same effect, with or without the match. It was pointless to have that match.
Yeah, and then there's another thing about it, Tim. So he could have literally cashed his poker chip in at any this. He could so he could have cashed it in after CM Punk was wrecked at the end of All Out. He could have cashed it in then. But now it's like all of a sudden now he's this upstanding, virtuous, like, because the way he got the poker chip was not wrestling. Like, so now all of a sudden he's this virtuous, like, guy who just wants people at 100%. Like this, that doesn't jive. But back to the title match. Sorry.
Yes, I got AEW on. They just put those tweets from Jade Cargill and Bow Wow.
Hey man, you got to use the promotion somehow. But yeah, so did they get Penta any like video package or anything saying?
To be honest with you, I don't even remember. Because like,
if you don't remember, that means it didn't happen. I'm not trying to be funny, but if you didn't remember, it probably didn't happen because.
Yeah, I was just removed already knowing what the outcome is because, like, I can see where this is going. With MJF cutting the promo that he cut, with the match that was set up for later, I just didn't foresee MJF getting beat down. But, like, that's all that really set up. Just the match was whatever.
There was just no drama in the match because you know where they're going. Like,
yeah.
So that's why you don't have a title match right now. Like, you let it breathe until the pay-per-view because anything that they do, like, there's no drama in it because you already know where they want to go. So there was just no need to have that title match other than to burn 15 minutes of TV time and to set up an angle.
Yeah, and that's all they did, really. Just burn up some time on TV to set up, or I guess to further that story to, I guess, solidify MJF as a babyface. I don't know, bro.
So, people, we don't have any answers. So if you have answers, you can put it in the chat or you can leave us a comment later if you know where this is going. Anything else from the show?
Oh yeah, FTR, they lost.
Now, are they losing because this is like a redemption story and they're gonna like eventually like pull themselves up by their bootstraps and get back to the top where they should have been? Or this is just like, all right, Swerve and Keith Lee just needed an opponent?
Well, I don't know. It's a few things with this, right? So FTR has had the number one contendership for the tag titles for, I don't know, probably like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have belts been defended in that 6 months? How many times have FTR had matches on the show where those tag belts are defended? So you kind of see where I'm going here.
Yes.
And then I find it very funny that the same night where there's talk of the Bucks and Kenny being back, FTR loses. FTR has 3 title belts from, for what it's worth, lesser companies. Because the only important title on AEW should be the AEW tag titles.
Yes, that's literally what the focus of everybody wrestling there should be focused on. not
Yeah,
an ROH
so
title or New Japan or
or whatever they have.
yeah.
I don't even know what belts they got. So many, I don't even know where they came from, right? But for whatever reason, they seem to be just good enough to like get there, but never to be great. And it's like that's symbolic of like the belts they have, but not having the AEW belt, right? And then at the same time, having Keith Lee and Swerve win, now we're gonna get a third match between them in the last. This
Two
full
months,
gears another
six,
what
two
couple
months,
of weeks
6 weeks.
away.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have 3 matches in basically 3 months with them, all for the belt.
It's giving New Day Usos kind of.
Like this to me is something that Tony Khan said AEW was not gonna be. Like this is one thing they still don't and was doing a good job being the opposite of WWE of like, oh, we're not gonna put on a lot of rematches. He might put on matches that are just cold, they have like no reason, they just happen. But he's good at least putting out something different. But this is like that first match at All Out, Acclaim should have won that. And then it's like, oh, well, actually, let me make that right a few weeks later at Grand Slam. And then now, like, they just won that number one contendership to get their rematch, basically. So it just, I don't know, bro. I have no clue.
Yeah, they
Uh,
have been running quite a like the Punk Moxley was two unnecessary matches when it should have just been one. So
right, yeah, they didn't need that match, the 2 minute match on TV. They would have been just fine with the pay per view match. But
so did FTR sign 5-year deals too?
I hope not. I have no clue what they signed.
If anybody knows whether FTR how long they got left on this, let me know. Yeah, just get them out of there. It's just like just and it almost seems very like when they started this is for as like four wrestlers, bottom wrestlers, yeah. But it slowly became very political to
Yep.
like if you literally did not agree with the because I don't think Kenny cares enough if like you didn't really jive with the Young Bucks, like if Young Bucks you didn't do what the Young Bucks wanted or like whatever, then you take a back seat. Cody, he was not really jiving with the Young Bucks and their philosophies and all that. Gone. Punk, obviously gone. FTR might as well be gone. Like
Yep.
kind of
And
like
it was
Brian Danielson, just toiling in mediocrity when this guy should be a star. And he's just toiling in mediocrity with sorry, is it uh Wheeler Yuta? Like you
yeah.
got Wheeler Yuta sitting here talking the American Dragon?
Yep.
Wheeler Yuta. I'm sorry, what has Wheeler Yuta ever done?
Hey man, he
You
used
know
to have
talking
the
Daniel Bryan?
ROH pure title, bro.
And what does that mean in America?
It means something to the sort of people who like that sort of thing. But to me, it don't mean nothing.
That's very that's very specific. Um, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like the
like
way
his
Daniel
audience.
Bryan's
It's
being
very
used,
specific.
but it's like anybody who's like anybody who just wants to be like a pro wrestler, like they're getting buried right now. Other than like Moxley, but he's kind of they don't have a choice.
I was about to say, yeah, he's at the top of their card. You can't. He's kind of untouchable, basically. But
So
yeah, just anybody who don't want to do the trampoline, floor exercise, gymnastic, play date, uh, with the Bucks and that kind of style, and God forbid you take wrestling serious and want to do things that make sense and have a good program and a logical match or I,
selling.
I don't know. Like, I don't make it look like it hurt, or you know,
But then they do the joke of Matt Jackson's been selling a back injury for like 5 years, and they only do that because they only started it because nobody said they sell.
mm,
So instead of like just selling, they had to be like Shawn Michaels against Hogan and just oversell everything.
yeah,
So let's look, and I'm not gonna sit here. I used to be Young Bucks guy. I used to be. I bought in for a couple years, and
really,
then I kind of like smartened up and just started watching the matches, and it's just like, yeah, this is stupid.
yeah. The
So
the smoke and mirrors, and then it's like when you step back and actually look at it, and it's like, yeah, no, this isn't very good.
so I don't know. Let FTR go and go have matches with the Usos and the new Usos, not not 3 years ago Usos, like
Yeah.
Bloodline Usos. Um, so I don't know. Is there anything else from this show?
Yeah, no, not. Oh, I just want to just say, Renee Paquette. Hey, man, they getting their money's worth. Cause I think after every match, she had interviews and stuff backstage, or interviews on the ramp. So I mean, they getting their money worth. She good, but like I'm used to seeing at least like maybe two people do interviews, or three people that they use to do interviews, and
Yeah,
it was just her. It's like I think they even mentioned it at one point. Like they told Tony Schiavone that she took his job. Like I don't even think Tony Schiavone did any interviews. And hey, let's hope it stay
Tony
that way.
Tony think that's a joke, but no, she's really coming for your job.
But no, hey, it need to stay that way because Tony Schiavone, bro. Matter of fact, he just need to just not be on commentary, not ask questions. Just don't work in the wrestling business no more. He
Wow.
don't care about this no more.
Well, but he's one of Tony Khan's trusted advisors because he was around during the WCW days.
Well, he was actually enthusiastic in WCW and cared. Now Tony Khan is like one-liners. Oh, did you see that? That was a great move, bro. He says nothing on commentary. His questions mean nothing. Literally, people will do interviews with this man, get asked one question, take the microphone from him, push him out the frame, don't answer the question, talk about what they want to talk about, and that's that.
Yeah, he's no mean Gene Oakland.
Right.
That's for sure. All right.
And I just want to say, also on Friday, make sure y'all watch Rampage. I don't know when. I usually don't watch or care that much about Rampage, but Mike Tyson gonna be on commentary. I can't
Yeah,
wait to
I'm
see what
not.
he's
I'm,
about to
I'm
say.
not. I'm not watching. I'm not gonna watch.
My
Um,
man Cole Stone.
Mike Tyson just taking a check, clearly, and that's fine. That's cool. I ain't faulting Mike. Just take the check. But I think um, Mike's appeal to like mainstream is. I don't really think it means anything on the AEW level. I think if he went to like WWE, then it might mean something.
Yeah.
But like on this scale, I don't really think it means much. I don't really think Mike Tyson means much. So
I mean, I feel like he has name value, but yeah, really, if it's not really boxing related or like he's fighting in a sense, it just ain't really that important.
stop it, James. uh, but in seriousness, we wouldn't say this to Mike's face. Um, yeah.
You're
So
right about that.
anything else from?
No, man, that's it. That's it.
So we're
I
gonna
just
move
can't wait to watch
to
this stuff. Oh,
we're gonna move to SmackDown,
oh yes,
and
SmackDown.
one of the greatest segments in recent WWE history.
By far, I had to go back and watch it again today because it was
I
just that
went back
good.
and watched it again today with my wife, and we it was literally the same reaction that we had the first time. It was compelling. It was hilarious. Um, Everybody played their part as best they could.
Yep.
This was just it was fantastic TV. I'll go ahead and let you talk about it.
Yeah. It just like you said, everything about it. Like I love Roman's demeanor. I hate the fact that that they have to cut promos into the hard camera. But like for him, it works because he's not looking at them, and he just looks so disgusted.
Yes, the way he kind of just stands there,
yep,
his b-boy stance, and like just with his facial expressions, just like the coolest dude you've ever seen. Like just chilling there, just letting all the noise happen. And then for me, more than anything, it was when he said, "I don't give a damn about what the tribal chiefs say," and then Roman just
the way he looked up.
Just, that might have been this is a great segment. Him popping his head up like that might have been the best thing in the segment.
Yeah, it just everything worked, just literally everything, from everybody's body language to everybody's facial expressions. Sammy was just like, "Yo, I apologize. I don't know what I did, but I'm still sorry." To then Jay just like, "No, it's about family." To then from saying what he said, and then Roman is like, "What?" And even the fans they just took note of it. Like, I know he didn't just say this. And then now it's like, okay, what's about to happen? And then here comes Sammy with line of the night, bro. He's not being real Uzi right now, bro. That's a T-shirt.
I've been thinking about getting that honorary Uzi shirt, but that Uzi shirt is it's gonna sell.
That need to be his next T-shirt.
And you don't want this to happen too much where people are breaking character, but this is just one of those times where it worked. It just
because that to me is one of them lines that the writers in WWE come up with, but they give it to the wrong person, or it's in the wrong segment, and it just comes off corny and it's not funny. But just with everybody that's involved, that was perfect for
it almost seemed like they didn't know it was coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how when you're in school and your homeboy's telling you a joke in class, but it's you just trying to sit there and hold it together so you don't get in trouble. Yeah, that's kind of how it was.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying him saying Uzi, that to me almost came off like it was an insider with them, the way everybody reacted to it. It's something that on the surface it's not really that funny. It sounds funny, but it's not really that funny because it don't mean anything. But to them, that sounds something they might be saying in a car ride or something. You know what I mean? Yo, you're not very Uzi. Come on, come on and go with us. Be Uzi tonight. Let's go out. And then to say that on TV and then to get that kind of reaction, it's okay. It calmed down the segment. It took the intensity away from Roman. He kind of laughed at it, but then, got serious again with what he said. But it was just perfect. The look on Paul Heyman's face, the whole Sami Zayn promo was just great. It's just oh, is he about to say something wrong? And then it's he says this, and it's bro, what did you just say? And then from him realizing okay, Roman is cool with it, so it's okay. Man, it's just a great segment. That we need more segments like that on TV.
And then again, this is just almost everything in this segment worked.
Yep.
My wife watches, but she's very, very casual. But she came in the room to get something, and she just stayed for the rest of the segment because it was just that captivating. And then Sammy's look on Sammy's face when Roman was like, "I'm gonna take the honorary away," and the sheer happiness on Sammy's face, man, just this segment just.
And then Sammy Uso, bro. Oh man.
Like there's, I cannot compliment this segment enough. It
Yeah.
is, it is the segment of the year. I can't.
And it's like the segments they keep building upon each other. It's like I feel like every week now when they're on the show, we say, "Oh, that was a great segment." Well, this one was better than the last one, and then now this one is better than the last one. So whatever they're doing, keep it going.
Right. I don't know if you saw like they were gonna go to Kevin Owens with Sammy like
Mm-hmm.
pretty quick, and they were like, "Nah, I like that. Like, don't try to force. I know you had plans, but don't try to
Yep.
force your plans and to stop what's working right now."
Yep. Let that go. Let that breathe. Because there's a lot they can do before it becomes stale. And that was like my one concern is like whenever something like this happens, like we find something we like in wrestling, a lot of times it gets overexposed and put multiple times a show, or like, okay, we need to have Roman every week, but you don't. Like having Roman show up like he is, that works great because you ain't overexposing the whole group.
He's still involved in the storyline though, because
Yes.
everything you see is like through Roman's. Like, how's Roman going to think about what's Roman going to think about this? So he's still involved in the show, even when he's not there.
Yep.
Uh,
So,
so just segment of the year.
yep.
So I'm just gonna go from most important things to least important things. Bray Wyatt's promo,
Uh,
interesting.
yeah, that's all I can really say about Bray Wyatt's promos. He says a lot. I really wish he could finish one that had like a beginning, a middle, and an end to it
Hmm.
versus like a lot of beginnings and some middles. That way we still want to hang on and see what is what's going to happen in the end.
Hmm.
Um, but now like okay, who's Uncle Howdy?
Yeah,
Like I'm just intrigued like the point of these characters now
right.
because it's weird for a grown man to have I don't know a makeup and a mask and whatever to like torment Bray Wyatt. Like what does this mean?
Yeah, you know how I was saying like earlier with the MJF things, like I have no clue what's going on, and that's
Yeah,
because like now it's like I have no clue what's going on, and I'm still like I just because this is just like the beginning, like you're intrigued to see what's next.
yeah,
Um, so I'm intrigued. Like I keep hearing Barry Windham's name, and I love Barry Windham as a kid. So
hmm
um, I'm intrigued to see if like maybe Barry Windham shows up. Like I know that's silly, but it's like is Barry Windham going to show up? Like is Bo Dallas his brother going to show up? Like what's his Uncle Howdy supposed to be? Like what is it? What is it? What does it all mean?
yeah. And that's why I'm saying it's just like more and more. I don't know what these QR codes, bro. It's like we're even talking about it. Like, bro, I get goosebumps because like I don't know. It's all just real weird to me and creepy. But like I'm just so intrigued by it. Like I really just want to know more. But
Yeah,
like gotta keep watching and keep waiting.
got to keep watching. His selling like his segments are captivating. Like his promos are captivating. Again, you may not necessarily understand like 20-30% of it, but you get
Yeah.
enough of it to know what's happening, and it's just like him really stripped down. And
Yep.
I'd rather have this stripped down version of him than the Fiend or like uh Yowie Wowie or like so. I would just rather have this version of him.
Yeah. This is closer to what he was when he first came up, like with the Wyatt family, but
Yeah,
kind of incorporating, I guess, a more adult version, I guess,
yeah,
of the Funhouse stuff, like with the characters and. But now instead of it being, I guess, like family friendly or to appeal in a way to a younger audience. Yeah, it's a more, like I said, adult version of it. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Just curious to see where this gonna go.
and he is supposed to be. We'll talk about Crown Jewel in a minute, but he's supposed to be a Crown Jewel. So,
Yep.
which is kind of weird because I don't know. I don't know.
They just announced him.
It
We
would
don't.
seem like they don't like that kind of stuff over there, but
Yeah.
hey,
But I don't know. He won the world title from Goldberg. No, he lost to Goldberg. I'm sorry. He lost to Goldberg.
yeah. And then I literally just remembered that he did do the Fiend stuff over there, so I don't know, but whatever he do, I'm sure it's going to be interesting and dope.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey's promo.
Yeah. She said a whole lot of words. Great. I really wish they would just not. They should treat her like they did Kai and Tai.
Stop.
Give her a microphone that doesn't work and just play like one or two words over the sound system. And
It's just so
just
bad.
yeah, just say like rowdy or something. I don't know. Just stop letting her cut promos.
It's so bad, and it's not her talking is not natural. Like
Nothing that she does is natural. Nothing. She don't wrestle. Wrestling is not natural to her. Like she somehow looks like she's regressed. Like remember when she first started, and it's like okay, this looks great. Like she's using like judo throws, and like when she was in there with Kurt, like hitting the suplexes and cool, all that looked great. But it's like now everything her, it's almost like what I was saying with Liv. It's just remembering a bunch of spots, and none of it is natural.
yeah, because there are points in every match you're like, yeah, that didn't look right. Like there was a spot in this match with Emma's back.
Yeah, Emma returned to no fanfare.
But depth and all. And I don't think that was. I don't think it was intended that way. But
Yeah,
but there was a spot where I think Emma rolled through the ankle lock into the corner, and it just looked off, and it looked like they had to go back to the spot again. It's just weird. It's like one spot like that in every match where something seems off. And I respect anybody who gets in the ring. And I'm not saying this is easy,
right.
but we shouldn't be this far in, and like we're having these spots. I will give it. She ain't really been in there with the most seasoned of professionals since she's really came back. Charlotte can be a little clunky too, and
She work with who she want to work with.
So what?
She work with who she want to work with.
Yes. So Charlotte can be clunky, and Liv is
Liv.
The matches with the Natty were fine, but go figure. But like Charlotte, and she hasn't been in there with like professionals. So yeah, I can see where you
make
said
her look good.
rest.
People like Sasha, Bailey, Bianca, people who can actually wrestle, know what they're doing, walk her through a match.
Yeah, but at some point, man, why are you still being walked through matches?
Well, I mean, somebody has to lead in every match.
I understand that, but at some point, like Daniel Bryan can have a good match with anybody. You know what I mean? Like you can't really tell whether Daniel Bryan's leading the match. Like you can just go out there and just have a good. He had a good match with Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? But at some point, you should be the leader at some point. Like,
but I mean, at the same time, think about this. Ronda's been wrestling for what has it been now? 3 years, 4 years on a part-time basis, and she was off for like a year and a half of that.
touche. But
I mean, I really think like to be good at wrestling, you either got to be born into it, as in like a generational like second, third, fourth generation kind of talent.
That's not true. I've seen some bad second generation wrestlers.
No. Well, let me finish. Let me finish. Where you have to either be born into it and like that's what you eat, sleep, and breathe, and at the same time you've got an experience, or if you're not, you know, a generational talent, you got to have some kind of athletic ability and desire to do this, and also do it for probably consistently 3 to 4 years. But especially if you're gonna do it and be good like in WWE, you got to do that on a consistent basis for like years. Like Ronda could probably go to NXT for 2 years consistently and then look amazing on the main roster. But right, consider that's not what she did. It's more so you just training at the PC or at her farm or wherever she's at training. What is she learning really?
I still feel like she should be better. You just shouldn't have these botches. Like there's one botch per match, and it's going back like it's not this bad. But it's like Divas kind of,
Yeah,
but Divas are only getting like 3 or 4 minutes. They're giving Ronda 15. They gave her and Emma like almost 15 minutes. Like
yeah, and she shouldn't even be going that long. That's
right, and then
probably
she had to
another
cheat
thing.
to win. So it's like we're building to another rematch with Emma. And I'm just like, maybe we should have brought Emma back and like gave her some wins first before we threw her in here. Like,
Yeah, because she's not like a big enough name to just come back and like again for the people who like that sort of thing, they would like I remember her and Paige, right, for what they did for women's wrestling.
but they still, but Emma wasn't still. She was never very good. She was just kind of. She had a lot of gimmicks back then in NXT. Gave a lot of people some false hope. Like
It did, but you know what? It got people interested and like wanting to see women's wrestling and like maybe let's give them a chance, right?
right.
So I at least remember her like for that, but I can't sit up here and tell you, oh, I remember a time when she had the belt or she had a great match or she had a great feud. I don't.
She never did because once she came into the main roster, I think they changed her gimmick. I know they changed it at least once.
Hey,
Because
shout
they
out
changed
Tyler
her
Hero.
name. I can't remember what they changed it to, but they changed her name. In
Oh, you
NXT,
know
she
what?
kind of had a silly gimmick. She was with
Listen,
Santino.
listen. The one thing I remember about Emma the most was the transformation of Emma that lasted like a week.
Wait a minute now.
Tony,
Uh,
what's going on,
Wait
man?
a minute.
Hey, man.
Hey, we got
Hey,
superstars in the house.
everybody, go like, subscribe, support Penalizing Tony. Shout out to him, the nicest
Tony.
guy ever.
It's an honor.
Thank you. Yes, we appreciate you.
And wow, I don't even know what to say. And of course, Isaiah's still on assignment, so he's not here. But we appreciate the love. Like it doesn't go unnoticed. We tapped into your show last night for a couple minutes. So we we're grateful. Like any kind of promotion or love or anything, we're just grateful for it.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll be on Tantalizing Tony on Tuesday at 8. So if you're watching this, come check us out.
Is that this Tuesday or is that we gotta figure out the day? My bad. It's part of the dysfunction. We talked about a day and then maybe it changed. I don't know, but
also consider the source and Isaiah. God bless him. We love him, but sometimes stuff gets lost in translation. But we will be on Tantalizing Tony very soon.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, on the 15th. He clarified.
There you go.
So yeah.
So we'll be on.
That's the day I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure. Maybe I heard wrong, or maybe we just said the wrong day. I don't know.
Or it's Isaiah and who knows. But we can't wait for that, man. We surely appreciate the opportunity.
Look who showed up.
What? There he is. Hey man, we understand you still on assignment, but you still honorary Oos over here. No,
yeah, bro, you gotta hurry up.
You're a full blown Oos. You're a
We
full Oos.
still got some time left. Come get on the show.
I guess James is the honorary Oos. Jakey,
oh man,
here. We really appreciate it, Jakey Bakey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh man.
So yeah, we were just talking about Ronda Rousey's quality of matches,
promo ability,
and her promo ability and lack thereof. I feel like at this point, her matches should be better. But also the quality of talent she's working with isn't necessarily the best. So maybe I'm too hard on her in that aspect. But what I'm not hard on, her promo ability sucks. Like it sucks. She is not good. Nothing she says is believable. We got somebody else. Ashley's WWE fan podcast. Thank you for being here. We certainly appreciate you guys showing up. Oh, we got Daniel Pinson. We got people flooding in now.
Welcome in.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Yeah, if you come in, hit that like button for us. Introduce yourselves. We love having more people here. So yeah, if y'all have any thoughts about Ronda Rousey, go ahead and put it in the chat. There we go. Here we go. Promos are garbage. Yes. And matches for like 3 minutes. But for some reason, this match with Emma went almost 15. Am I tripping, Bryce? That match go almost.
Man, listen, I hate even having to admit this. I fast forwarded.
Oh. Hey, Ashley, we'll go ahead and subscribe to you. We'll try to get you to that 100.
Bro, I don't even know. Should I do this? Should I? Should we let him in?
Yeah, I guess so. Go ahead and let Big Goose. What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back from special assignment after a 25-hour day. It is the chocolate one. Nia Jax's favorite piece of candy, Lilo's husband, father of the ones.
Why is your voice cracking?
The one and only Big Urge. I just said I was on a 25-hour day. And you're going to ask me why my voice cracking.
It's good to see you, bro. Welcome in.
Thank you. So just to clarify, because I wasn't even here. Y'all was throwing dirt on my name, talking about something I ain't.
Stop it.
I ain't clarify the.
Hey, Ashley, I just subscribed, Ashley. So
the date and the time. Is that Ashley, WWE superfan from Mania Club?
Yeah.
What's up, Ashley?
Trying to get her to 100 subscribers.
Hey.
That's what's up.
Yep,
That's what's up.
Just subscribe.
I'm actually in the cookout drive-through, Ashley, but I will subscribe. What's up, Tanner, Liza, and Tony?
That man said cookout, bro.
I'm in the cookout drive-through right now.
What's your order? What's the order?
Yeah, since you're there, what you getting?
You already know. I'm getting a big double burger tray with onions, ketchup. We don't really do mayo like that. Lettuce, tomato, 2 ranch wraps,
Ooh.
a large Cajun fry, and a huge tea, no ice.
But that's like beyond the truth.
The no ice thing is very underrated.
Exactly.
I respect you for that.
Thank you, because you got to leave. You got to have no ice because you got to drink it when you get to the crib.
Yeah. I respect. See, I know me and you are homies for some reason. So right quick, you want to? We've already went over this, but your promo of the week was the Bloodline. So
of course.
You want to talk to us about it? How you felt about it?
As usual, for consecutives, he's going to forget what I ordered. You got to text me that, sweetie. For the consecutive amount of weeks, Sami Zayn has done the same thing over and over, and that has been great. And Sami Zayn single-handedly is one of the most entertaining persons in all of wrestling that does not have a title. He's more interesting than Jon Moxley.
Facts.
And that's about it, because everybody else put on for their city. But just throwing that out there. So if you guys want to mute me, I know Tony's hungry, while I make my order, or you can leave me on. It doesn't matter.
Hey, we'll leave you on. This is premium content right here, people. You don't get this every Wednesday.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, you lit. I'm lit too. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, can I please have a big double burger tray?
Sure, how do you want your burger?
I want it well done, like me, dark.
Well done. Not well done. Well done.
All right. Can I get onions, ketchup, lettuce, tomato, and cheese? And then can I get 2 ranch wraps? And then a large Cajun fry, a huge tea, no ice.
Thank you for being here to Anthony Gray's pod.
And then I got another order. Yes, ma'am. All right, can I get a big double burger tray with ketchup, mayo, cheese, lettuce? Can I get a Cajun wrap and then Cajun fries?
This is comedy.
And a Coke with no ice.
The no ice thing. That's clutch.
A double burger tray with mayonnaise.
This is cookout. It's here in the Carolina.
It's like a Southern staple. If you ever come, if you ever hook up with us in North Carolina, we'll take you.
Burger tray with cheese.
It's called cookout. Literally, it's called cookout.
It's literally called cookout.
Yes, that's all. Thank you.
Hey, they got like 40-some different milkshakes. You can't go wrong. It used to not be expensive, but now everything is expensive. So
yeah. So if you're in the chat and you have a channel, go ahead and put it on the chat so we can have people go subscribe to everybody.
Absolutely. I'm
gonna have to check this receipt. They talking about some $20.
Bro, that sounded like $20 worth of food. No cap.
But you was ordering literally for 2 minutes.
Yo, no cap. It really looked like I ordered for 2 minutes. That's bananas.
But yeah, so
I don't even know where we left off at.
I was having to talk about Sami Zayn and the bloodline.
Sami Zayn ain't do nothing but keep it 100. Like Jay ain't been real oosey. But listen, the bloodline is gold. Y'all better put some respect on Roman's name. Because look, it was Sammy and it was Jay. And that's what I be talking about. It be the little things. It's the little things that happen that make certain things greater. Like their chemistry is great. They get along. Like us sometimes when we actually have proper meetings and stuff. But the chemistry is great. They get along. And it just be the little things. Like that's certain things are just gold. Like I saw comedy gold in the comments, all because I ordered at a fast food restaurant and I was hungry.
Hey man, that was legendary. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta
hold. And you keep talking about the no ice, like bro, you gotta have no ice.
Yeah, man, because the ice waters it down. Well, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
I was getting no ice because I want more soda.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you for stopping by. We can't thank you enough.
Appreciate you.
And we will definitely see you September the 15th.
Hey Tony.
November.
Tony. The name of that episode is going to be the Tantalizing KOD Show.
I don't think that really makes any sense, but
yeah, we'll work on
It's
the
his
name.
yeah, we're gonna work on that title.
It's the name of his show with the name of our show.
I mean, I get that, but we're gonna.
I mean, how it's simple.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro.
we're just gonna tighten that up.
That's Tony Khan level wardrobe name making. No.
Yeah, we're gonna we're just gonna tighten that up, and but hey, you got an idea? I got some self promotion to do here. Is there anything else you want to talk about while you're in the drive-through?
Crown Jewel should be good. Made a bad post. My bad. Crown Jewel should be good, even though I'll be working. But it's all good.
Yo, you got, bro. You got.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's all good in the hood.
And just be careful. You know, you got scammers out here. So
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That was some shameless promotion. So is there? While we got you, we're gonna do the Crown Jewel because we got to get to it because we're running a little behind. You got any predictions for Crown Jewel you want to share?
Yes, I have about 20 seconds before I'm next up at the line. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Everybody with melanin in their skin is gonna win. So that's all I got to say. I see y'all later. All right, peace.
Be easy.
Your total 2043.
Yeah, let's get this back on. Let's get this back on track here. That was outstanding. That was good stuff. And we really those who stopped by and commented and in the chat, thank you. That's not our usual. We are the kings of dysfunction for a reason. Sometimes things get a little dysfunctional, so I really appreciate that. I don't think there's anything else from SmackDown. We got to kind of get it moving a little bit. Anything else from SmackDown?
No, I didn't have anything from SmackDown.
Okay. So Raw, did you get a chance to catch Monday Night Raw?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So Lashley and Brock fought again.
So you know what? As I was watching that, like the pull apart, I literally said to myself, I'm like, you know what? I've never seen Vince McMahon jump in between one of these things. Like, that'd be so dope if Triple H did this. And then I see Triple H, and I'm like, this, to me, it works so much better with him coming out there to stop it. But, man, I don't know if you noticed Riddle in that segment, but, like, he was smiling and, like, laughing the whole time.
I don't like certain guys being in the pull apart.
Yeah, me either. I don't really think you need people from your roster unless you have like job guys that.
Yeah, it should be like the job guys.
Yeah. And
actually, I'll go ahead and subscribe from TikTok. I'll subscribe from my Parker's on the Go. Me and my wife have a traveling YouTube channel, Parker's on the Go. Go subscribe today. So I'll follow you from that. But yeah. Yeah, I just don't like guys that you regularly see on TV involved in the pull apart. I mean, that's a small thing, but like Gargano was involved in it. I was like, why? Why? One, physically, like, why? You know what I mean? Like,
he gonna stop Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley,
right? So yeah, I had a slight issue with Gargano being out there, but otherwise, I don't know if I like them fighting twice, but it was serious. Like, it was serious. You know what I mean? Like, so that's good to see on a show, a Halloween show, where you knew there was going to be some silliness. Just two guys wanting to fight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but like I like the way they did it. So like, hey, we're supposed to keep them apart because they know what's gonna happen, and then like Brock just said, okay, forget the rules. I'm gonna go out to the ring, call him out, and then Bobby was like, oh, he not here, like he in the ring, and then they went and got to it.
Yeah, and it was like, Brock was like, nah, I'm not waiting for you to come to the ring. I'm gonna meet you. I'm gonna meet you.
And that's the same thing Bobby did on the last time they fought, they actually got to fight. This one was more of like they about to fight, but then they broke it up at the right time.
Right.
Because that was the one thing I was like, okay, well, this already happened. If Bobby's coming from the back, like they better be going to go get help. Like this should get stopped before it got going. And that's really what they did. And then Triple H is out there like, yo, let them know, like, they touched, the match is off. So I'm like, okay, I like that aspect of it because it's like we know Triple H is in charge, but like you haven't really seen them kind of mention that on screen like that for real. So I don't know. I thought that was a nice touch to the segment.
Yeah.
I was trying to see what else happened on Raw because like I watched it, but I swear I don't really remember. Oh man, the first match, bro.
Okay, so why did this match happen?
I have no clue. Literally, there was no reason for this match to take place. And especially just to open the show for no reason.
So
there was like no promo for this. There was no explanation of why Nikki showed up last week. We just go straight into a match. And then she lost.
Yeah, see, here's my problem. So, you know how I said last week that Mustafa Ali ended the show. Like, he was the last person
a couple weeks ago.
The show. And that's a decision they made. Cool. And then they beat him the next week. Okay, that's just still very odd to me. Hey,
welcome in.
Thank you for being here. Tantalizing Tony is coming through tonight. We really appreciate that. So, thank you for being here. And then last week, Nikki ends the show, and then they beat her this week. So,
yeah,
for me, the way I've been conditioned, and maybe I just don't need to condition myself to this because this is not the way anymore. The last thing I see on Raw is very important.
Yeah. And to be 100% honest with you, what they did with Ali ending Raw like 2 or 3 weeks ago and then having him come out and win this week, that would have been a great follow-up to that.
Right.
Because it's not like, okay, 1 week you go from wanting to fight Seth Rollins to then losing. And then it's like, well, how can we logically give you a shot for the title or even a match with Seth Rollins? What's the purpose of this? How about maybe just have some matches and like, I don't know, just earn it at that point. A crazy idea, but.
All right. Chris Pratt's here. Thank you for Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure if we're subscribed to everybody that's commenting or in the chat, but after the show, I will certainly go back and I'll subscribe to each and every one of you from my personal and from my Parkers on the Go and in the KOD show. So again, if you do have a channel, just put it in the chat so we can all know to go subscribe to each other. Let's keep the love going. But yeah, so I didn't like this match. He was you just missed him. He was ordering food in a drive-through. It was comedy gold for 5 minutes. But yes, we will certainly pass that along to Big Hirsch.
Hell, if we stick around long enough, maybe we can watch him eat.
Right, like that could have been the main event. It's him eating.
Oh man.
So
but yeah, it's
to me, there's nowhere else. Where else we go here?
Yeah, and
You can't
This
get her to
felt
a
more,
title match or anything. So where do we go?
yeah. And I was gonna say this felt more like what we said about the Moxley match last week. This was just to set up the ending, basically. That Alexa and Asuka are back because of what we got after like that first match.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just didn't like it because you could have used Nikki Cross as a bridge, like later down the road. You could have used her in a triple threat to eat a pin. Like now she's already eaten the pin. So what are we?
Yep.
So what are we gonna do now? So I did not like this. When the show first came on, I was like, bro, we're not going to this.
Yeah, it's just such a
Favorite 80s song, Beat It.
ooh. Dang, bro. You put me on the spot. I'm gonna have to.
I have several. Mostly anything Michael Jackson from the 80s.
That's what I was saying.
Anything
Michael.
Prince from the 80s. Yeah, so that's me.
I'm trying to think, man, because some good rock music came out in the 80s.
Yes.
Good pop music came out in the 80s. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. That's a great question. I won't prepare for that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think what else happened, man, on Raw. So we can get through that real quick.
Yeah.
Did you see the Gargano interview?
Yes, I did think that was good.
Yes.
I still don't know if I like it. You know what I mean? Like,
so I don't know exactly what that was supposed to accomplish because it wasn't like a concrete. This is the reasoning why. Because Dexter Lumis doesn't talk. But like just that segment, that showed me Gargano is really good at that stuff.
he's really good at that stuff.
Like Saxton's tone of being like overly dramatic, like how they are on like 60 Minutes, hilarious. Johnny Gargano playing all the characters in the reenactment, hilarious.
It's hilarious, but I don't know if I want him doing this.
I do. I don't really mind it just because like he can actually back it up in the ring. So I don't necessarily mind it.
I just don't want him to get, and maybe this is not as much of it won't happen as much because Vince is not here. Oh, I mean, yeah, everybody loves New Day.
Of course.
But I just don't want him to get, you know how Vince realized you were funny? It's like you were stuck doing funny stuff.
Yep.
And I will hope Triple H has enough experience with Gargano to not do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, on balance, it was funny. I did like it. And that's pretty much wrong. Sorry, Tribal Chief. Sorry, please. We're not being super Uzi. Roman cut a promo.
The promo he cut leaving the ring was almost better.
I was going to say
in the
the same thing. I thought the same thing. I was going to see me and you are, just the promo he cut leaving the ring was outstanding.
Yep.
Just it was like, where's everybody talking about him knocking me out? Like I just thought his mannerisms, the biggest, the thing that I didn't like about Roman, 4 or 5 years ago, it's just completely turned to 180. Just his mannerisms are so on point.
Yep.
I love the promo he cut leaving the ring. I also did. I like the one out of the inside the ring too. Just the thought of like, why is everybody talking about this guy knocking me out when I got a right hand too? You know what I mean? So, favorite 80s pay-per-view. It's probably be a WCW. Probably like 89 Great American Bash. I'll give you that one.
I can't answer that question because, hey, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
hey, man. That's just kind of the wrestling I grew up on. And then back, we had a Blockbusters back in the day, so used to rent that stuff. So, we all hope Biggie comes back.
Prayers up for Big E.
I'm glad he was at the with New Day at the Black Panther premiere. So that was good to see all of them together.
Yep. Real quick, I can actually answer that question. My favorite song from the 80s.
Sure.
I'm gonna look it up and make sure it's from the 80s. I couldn't remember if it was early 90s or late 80s, but Cult of Personality. My favorite song from the 80s.
See, what year did that come out?
88.
88. There you go.
Had to look that one up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be wrong.
All right. So, anything else from Raw? Let's go ahead and. Oh, Kevin Patrick's terrible, by the way. The commentary, he's terrible.
Yeah, I love the fact. I know JBL, he ain't say it this week, but typically when he get on commentary, like, Kevin, you still got a job here.
Yeah.
I love that he said that
promo too.
Yeah.
He's cutting the same promo every week.
Yeah, like it's funny the first few times, but now, okay, great.
You just thought because he's from Texas they were going to switch it up. No,
I actually thought he was going to say something nice, but no.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into Crown Jewel. Do you want to start from bottom to top or top to bottom?
Yeah, let's work our way up.
All right, let me pull up the match card here. Let's go to Wikipedia, the foremost authority on truth.
Oh my God, there's so many matches on this show. I didn't even realize this. Bro, when we looked the other day, it was like 5 matches on here.
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting the matches right.
Yeah, I see like 8 matches
okay.
for some reason.
All right, so we'll start at the bottom, work our way up from what I see. Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Damage Control. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, because they literally just had a match Monday. Unless they're going to do something on SmackDown, but I can't imagine that they would.
Right
now. No, and that's why I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine that they would because we would have had news of that. Like,
right.
That they were back. So, unless they air like a backstage segment of like something. But, yeah, I don't really care to see this match again.
No. I generally like all 4 women in the match. I just don't.
Yes, not them. We just saw the match on Monday.
Yeah, and now I know what are they going to do for? What are they going to do for War Games? Like we can't keep.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Don't you want to maybe not have them wrestle at the pay-per-view because they just wrestled Monday, but you also got War Games coming? Like.
Well,
so yeah, I don't know. That was a little weird to if that is indeed on the show. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of thoughts about that match. I want to see it again.
Who wins?
I hope Alexa Bliss and Asuka win.
Actually, you do it all. Actually, you got it going on, actually. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and what we're gonna probably do, I want to start doing this. Start keeping records. We're going to make match predictions, and then we just keep a record, and then see who has the best record at like the end of the year or something like that.
Well, you want to keep stats like a win-loss prediction record?
Yeah. Is that a foreign concept? I don't. Is that?
Will there be rankings involved?
No, there won't be rankings because we don't want to like in 2 months just forget about them.
Oh,
But
okay.
we can keep match records. We're not gonna have a ranking system here because we don't want to ignore it. That makes any sense?
It does.
We wanted to mean something, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right. So
Who you got in that match?
I will go with Alexa Bliss and Asuka because I just don't see why you would. To me, if you were going to run this match, you should have had Damage Control win like by some fluky manner, and then just did. If you're going to do a rematch, just do the rematch and then put the belts on them. You know what I mean? So I'll go with Asuka.
Okay, I'm just writing this stuff down as we go.
Okay, and then we're gonna find some kind of creative way to put this on the screen next week. And go follow us on Twitter. You can see at the bottom. We'll try to post match records there too. The Usos versus the Brawling Brutes. This is just there's no way, right?
Right, yeah, I'm gonna put both of us down. Won't even need to say this one. Both got the Usos.
This one might be a little bit more tricky than we think. Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Last woman standing for the WWE Raw Women's title.
So what they did in the women's tag match, how like they went out of that match or whatever, like that belly to belly off the oddly placed platform on.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just me. Like I was like, bro, why is this here?
Well, yeah, because when I went to SmackDown and I sat literally right in that section, there's nothing there.
Right.
So it would make the barricade spot. I don't know. Somebody's gonna get really injured if they bust through the barricade and hit that platform. That'd be really unfortunate.
Shout out to no barricade spots this week.
I just thought the finish to it was cool. Like it looked really cool.
Right.
And I was like, man, if she hit this on Monday, what is she gonna do on Saturday? Because I was like, that probably could have been a finish to a match, or at least like a good like 9 count or something, right?
Right.
But yeah, in the match, I'm gonna say, I guess I'm gonna just rock with Bianca Belair. I guess.
I see a path to Bayley winning.
So you gonna go with Bayley?
Not so fast.
Oh.
I could say I see a path to her winning, but I can't pull the trigger because I can't make it make sense why you'll beat Bianca in Saudi Arabia. Like, I just think if you were going to beat her, you would beat her here.
Yeah.
Where you can get more of a crowd reaction to her losing. I just don't see. I'm going to go with Bianca, but I do see a path to Bayley winning and continuing this feud. So I'm going to go with Bianca. Braun Strowman versus Amos.
I know who ain't gonna lose. No, I'm sorry. I'm lying. I know who's not gonna win that match.
Us?
That would be us, the fans. This not gonna be a good match.
And Braun Strowman's capable of having a decent match, just not with Amos.
Yeah, that's not the right opponent for him at all. But I feel like this is the right crowd to have this match for, though.
Right, because they is two big meaty men slapping meat. It's a like I should have said that, but it's a spectacle, and they like spectacles. So
yeah, it's the right match for that audience. But
facts. I'll just go with Braun because I got to pick a winner.
I just have a hard. I don't even know what their finishing moves are.
Braun
Like-
Strowman has moved to the power bomb.
Well, I don't think he's gonna powerbomb Omos. He can't.
Or you can go to the power slam. Amos's finisher seems to be a choke slam, like a Great Khali. Just
Oh Jesus! Hey, you know what? That's what I got. I got a no contest with the Great Khali interference. Oh Jesus! I don't want to pick a winner, but
I go with Braun Strowman because he's the shiny new toy again.
yeah, let's go with Braun Strowman.
Okay. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross.
Oh, I'm gonna go with. Dang, this one I can see either way.
Either way.
Dang, I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna rock with Karrion Kross.
I'm gonna go with Drew. Drew's lost a lot lately. Drew hasn't.
That's the one reason I wanted to pick Drew, because I feel like he's been losing a lot, but at the same time, a loss not really gonna hurt that man.
Yeah, but at some point you need to start winning.
He does.
Do you know this?
Of course, Samoa Joe. I actually just finished, like, I had it on. I was watching it behind. But yeah, it actually looked like a halfway decent match. Brian Cage was doing some crazy athletic stuff that a big man should not do. And I don't mean in like the Keith Lee, it looks impressive kind of way. It just looked ridiculous.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna rock with Drew just because I'm a believer in wins.
Yeah.
I feel like he needs a win. He hasn't won a match. He hasn't won a big match in months. So he needs a win here. So I'll go with him. This is the one I can't call. Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley.
I was trying to think who won the first one. Bobby Lashley won that.
I was there. It was at Rumble. I was there. That's when Roman hit Lesnar with a belt.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That, and it's crazy. That was January.
Yeah.
And it's like this match is here again, but like I feel so excited for this match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like weird. Like so you just said like people have been losing a lot. And I feel like Brock is like he can just lose and it don't mean anything.
I think that might be the one exception to my
for every rule there's an exception.
Right. It depends, obviously, whether they want to continue the feud. But I don't know where you would continue the feud at. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're not going to redo this at Survivor Series because you got the 2 War Games matches. I'm not even sure Brock is even advertised for Survivor Series.
No, I can't imagine he would be. I think he just Saudi Arabia for the payday, really.
Oh yeah, facts.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna just say Bobby Lashley.
I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley. Obviously, this will go either way. I think neither guy loses credibility.
Yeah,
but I think I'm just not sure Brock's schedule moving forward.
Yeah, so, Bobby will be there every day.
Say what?
So Bobby will be there every day. So
right.
I will hope, you know.
So for that simple fact, because I don't know Brock's schedule moving forward, I'll go with Bobby. The OC versus the Judgment Day. I am very afraid this is going to be a War Games match. I'm so afraid this is going to a War Games match. But for this show, I feel like the OC's been looking so stupid lately. They have to win.
You think the OC?
Yeah, I just feel like they've been portrayed really like dummies lately. Right? Am I wrong about like they haven't gotten the best of anybody since Gallows and Anderson came back. Like they've been either made to look stupid or have lost or both for the last month. So I feel like they got to get something back here. So I'll go with them.
Yeah, I was picking Judgment Day just because I think Rhea is going to be a difference until the OC can find somebody to handle her. Whoever that can be.
I saw something today that they may have somebody, and it's very underwhelming.
Oh, jeez. You just tell me after the show. Don't tell me now.
Okay, all right. I saw it today. I was like, oh man, like it could have been something. I was like, all right, Roman Logan Paul.
What, they gonna get Dewdrop? No.
I think I would prefer Dewdrop to what I saw.
Oh, jeez, is that bad? Okay, well,
I like Dewdrop.
no, I'm saying like they had something worse than that, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing for her. I'm just saying for what she's been doing lately.
I remember Dewdrop on the plane one time. She seemed cool.
Roman,
absolutely. Bonus points here. The over-under for this match, 7.5 minutes. That's just something I just made up in my head.
I'm saying over.
Why? Like, give me a justification for this match going more than 10 minutes or 8 minutes.
Well, I think this would be a classic case of like Roman basically underestimating Logan Paul. I think he is going to get knocked out, but I don't think it'll be enough to lose. Like, it'll be somebody there to like either distract the referee. So basically, Logan Paul has still that bragging right that happened, and then I think Roman's really going to turn it on and whoop him. But I think it's going to be more than 7.5 minutes.
I would be perfectly okay if Roman just wins this with nobody at ringside.
I mean, he should, but I'm just saying, for what this match has been built up on, I think that's something you give to try to make Logan Paul a babyface or some kind of sympathy, like, oh, he could have had the belt, but like, you know. But that's all I really got, because, yeah, otherwise, if that ain't Logan Paul's hope spot for winning, I don't know how this match is even 3 minutes long, really.
I'm okay with the hope spot. I'm okay with him. I kind of foresee it as Roman going for a spear, like, and then Jake Paul. Oh, sorry, wrong brother. Logan Paul hits him with a right hand that they've been building up like Lex Luger's steel forearm, and he hit. Oh damn! Is there an opta? That's crazy. Yeah, I just think he hits that one hope spot with the punch, and he kicks out at 2 3/4, and that's it. Like, I don't see why we would protect Logan Paul. I think that's just my whole. Why would we protect Logan Paul?
The same reason that he's a babyface.
Not his own man shot him. That's crazy. That's messed up. Yeah, I just.
So you say over or under?
I'm going to go under because of what I want to be, but I know it's going to be over. I should have set it at 10.5. I just don't see a reason why this goes.
Yeah.
No, dude, no. It's all good. We saw that yesterday, and yeah, it was a topic of conversation in one of my group chats with my other homeboys. It's a terrible thing. Hey, same here, bro. It's fine. It's same here. So you're going with Roman in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just saying more than 7.5, but yeah.
Facts. 28 years old. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman. Obviously, I'm gonna go under 7 minutes because I think that's what it should be. I really don't care about protecting Logan Paul. That shouldn't be the priority. We should make Roman look good as possible at all times.
Yeah.
So, anything else? Anything else from wrestling you want to? Any closing words?
Hey man, y'all just watch what y'all want to watch. Enjoy the stuff y'all enjoy. Support the wrestling y'all want to support. Support your local wrestlers. And I mean, since Hirsch, well, I'm sorry, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah. Thank you for everybody who showed up tonight. We really appreciate it. We hope and keep this kind of crowd moving forward. So we're really thankful for the people who showed up and commented in the chat and interacted with us. Really appreciate that. You guys have no idea. Grateful for that. Shout out to Hirsch for popping in. Again, just committed to the cause, and I can appreciate that. So I'm thankful for him jumping in, and go follow Parker's on the Go. That's me and my wife's traveling YouTube channel.
And Tantalizing Tony. Shout out
And
to
Tantalizing Tony. Mark your calendars. November 15th. We team up with Tantalizing Tony on his show. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. We're really grateful for the exposure. And I hope we do him proud. You know what I mean? Like, I hope his faith in us is justified. And hopefully Hirsch will be back next week from assignment. So he can bring his own brand of energy to the KOD show, because his energy is infectious. He's the emotional leader of the KOD show. And he's one of a kind. So that's all I got. So let's touch on Crown Jewel. Yeah, if anybody has any last comments about Crown Jewel, let us know. But outside of that, Bryce, are you watching the show live on Saturday?
No, I got other stuff to do on a Saturday afternoon, but I'm gonna go back and watch it probably that night. So I'm gonna stay off the internet, stay out the group chat.
Yeah, I won't put anything in the group chat. Follow us along. I should be following the show. I should be watching the show. So go hop on the Twitter, follow us on Twitter, and I'll be posting on Twitter. And that is a wrap for episode 23 of the KOD show. Again, thank you for everybody for showing up. And I'll let you handle this today. Bryce.
Hey man, I gotta do it for Hirsch one time. Hit my music.